Hello and welcome to this episode of The Immigrant Lawyer. Thank you for watching. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Now sit back and find out what happens next in this deeply engrossing story. Depression does not arrive like a storm. It creeps in quietly, like a slow leak in the roof, unnoticed at first, then suddenly everywhere. For Daniel, it began with small things: a heaviness in the mornings, a silence that stretched too long, a feeling that the walls of their small flat were inching closer each day. Grace noticed it before he did. One morning, she found him sitting at the kitchen table long after the children had finished breakfast. His tea had gone cold. "Love," she said softly, "are you all right?" He blinked, as if waking from a distant place. Yes, I'm fine." But he wasn't. He moved slower. He spoke less. He smiled rarely. And when he did smile, it never reached his eyes. One afternoon, Grace came home early and found Daniel staring at a rejection email on his laptop. He closed the laptop too quickly. "It's nothing." "Daniel," he snapped. "I said it's nothing." The children looked up from their toys, startled. Grace lowered her voice. "It's not nothing. I can see that you're hurting. Talk to me." He stood abruptly. "What do you want me to say? That I feel useless? That I feel like a burden? That I'm a man who can't even provide for his family?" Grace reached for him, but he stepped back. "I'm tired," he muttered. "Just tired." But it wasn't tiredness. It was the slow erosion of his sense of self. Their intimacy changed long before either of them admitted it. Grace would reach for his hand at night, and he would gently pull away, pretending to adjust the blanket. She would rest her head on his chest, and he would turn, claiming he needed space. One night, she whispered, "You don't touch me anymore." Daniel stared at the ceiling. "I'm just stressed." "Stressed? Or avoiding me?" He sighed. "Grace, please, not tonight." She turned away, hurt settling into her bones. It wasn't rejection of her, it was rejection of himself. He felt unworthy of affection, unworthy of desire, unworthy of being seen, and so he hid, even from the woman who loved him most. Depression often disguises itself as anger, and Daniel's anger grew like a shadow. Small things set him off. A cup left on the counter, a toy on the floor, a bill arriving in the post. One evening, their eldest child accidentally spilled juice on the carpet. Daniel exploded. "For heaven's sake, can't you be careful? Do you know how much this carpet cost? Do you know how hard I work?" The child burst into tears. Grace rushed over. "Daniel, it was an accident." He ran a hand over his face, ashamed. I didn't mean to shout." But the damage was done. Later that night, Grace confronted him. "You're scaring the children." He sat on the edge of the bed, head in his hands. "I don't know what's happening to me." "You're drowning," she said softly, "and you won't let me pull you out." One cold evening, Grace returned from work to find Daniel sitting in the dark, the children already asleep. She turned on the light. "Why are you sitting like this?" He didn't look up. "I didn't want to waste electricity." She knelt beside him. "Talk to me." He finally met her eyes, and she saw it, the exhaustion, the fear, the quiet despair. "I feel like I'm disappearing," he whispered. "Every day I wake up, and I'm less of who I used to be. I used to stand in courtrooms. I used to argue cases. People respected me. Now I'm nothing." "You are not nothing," she said firmly. He shook his head. "I can't even be a husband properly. I can't be a father properly. I can't be a man." Grace took his hands. "You are still my husband. You are still their father. And you are still a man. But you are hurting, Daniel, and you need help." He pulled his hands away. I don't need help. I need money. I need a job. I need my life back. Then let me help you get there, she said. He stood abruptly. I don't want your pity. It's not pity, she said, voice breaking. He froze, but instead of softening, he hardened. I don't want to talk anymore. He walked into the bedroom and closed the door. Grace stood in the hallway, tears streaming down her face. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time as we continue with this immigration journey.